I have never seen anything like this before in this game. This map is absolutely massive. There's even a culture map down here. How does that work? What are these? This is insane. So this is the World War Simulator, but if it was Victoria 3. Victoria 3, the game made by Paradox Interactive to simulate the Victorian era. I don't think the World War Simulator was ever meant to get this big. It even has the sea trade routes, and obviously all accurate for this time period, which is 1836, or maybe it's actually 18,000, how did I say, 18,250? Apparently that number had to be used for whatever reason because the mod is so large. So we're about to do the whole Age of Imperialism thing. I have no idea if my computer is going to be able to handle it. They did give me a warning that it's unlikely and probably my stuff's going to crash. I mean, just scrolling, I'm at like 5 frames a second or something like that. Oh boy, yeah, we're definitely having a hard time getting in close to the map. I'm kind of afraid to press play. Like, I don't know what to expect. Oh my goodness, that's crazy. So look at the Qing Dynasty. They didn't just like blanketly put the Qing Dynasty. These are a bunch of puppets here. This is insane. That's so crazy. Look at the Russian Empire. The Russian Empire is here, but we have accurate states as well. So these are all the puppets. I can't even really tell what's going on in this map. It's like so highly detailed. Here are all the alliances of the world. Here's obviously the United States. Now the US at this time period does not have Texas just yet. They don't have their California or Colorado states. They got to take that away from Mexico, which obviously this is all a part of the Mexican Empire at this time. Oh man. And there's accurate flags too. What? Okay, so some of the states do not have their flag. I was gonna say, oh well, Quebec has their own flag. Some of the states do have their flag. Is that real? Okay, not all of them. I was gonna say, I don't even think some of these places didn't even have a flag at this time. Well, Bavaria's up there. Man, I love the flag update. Trying to think how I can run this without my computer dying. And again, as I said, all the trade nodes and the trade routes, there isn't just this one like blanketly large route. You can take different lanes to get to different parts of the map. Wow, Africa is crazy. All right, so these are uncolonized territories. Yeah, so the Europeans, I think, are going to be able to colonize. Well, the question is, who has these lanes? So it's the British. That's how we can kind of see who has each lane. For the Victorian era, the British Empire is obviously stretched in pretty much every single continent. I don't think they made it down to Antarctica just yet. We obviously have a beautiful geography map mode that we have to keep in mind as well. There's over 1,500 nations. So the biggest country or state by far is a part of the Russian Empire, of course. Actually, most of these first areas are probably going to be all part of Russia. Then it's the United States. I wouldn't have expected the United States, but remember, the British Empire have been broken down quite a bit because we are including the states. And then in terms of the alliances, it is the Russian sphere that's the largest. Then it's the British Commonwealth, then the Chinese, then the American sphere. And there's not necessarily a whole lot of places in the American sphere. It's mostly just, well, like their puppets and their normal land that you would expect. All right, here we go. I'm so afraid to press play, but we have to do it. Now, we're not going to really be able to, oh boy, we're going to be moving at 1 frame a second, aren't we? This is going to be crazy. Now, if I can just allow the map to clean some people up. Oh, the Ottomans are getting a bunch. Oh, everyone's throwing gold everywhere. We already have the, now what? Whoa, why take me here? It took me to the culture map mode. Are we expected, is the culture map mode going to update live? What is this stuff? Industrialization? How does this work? This is so nice that they included this, but I don't know. Okay, we got population levels. Is this actually gonna work? There's no way. Okay, we're actually losing a lot of nations around the world, so that is good because we need to start chopping away at this stuff. It needs to be way smaller. So we do have an Ireland. Of course, Ireland at this time is a puppet. Now, it's gonna be really interesting because the AI can begin to annex these puppets and land seize. Oh man, we can't be getting gold notifications. This is gonna be crazy. But because a lot of these nations have so many puppets, like it's gonna take so long. It's gonna take a really long time for them to actually get up a full empire. I think if I get rid of a lot of these display options, that'll help. Oh man, just look at all the crossings. Okay, we can't get rid of the crossings. That's too many details. Oh, so there's gonna be a lot of revolts happening too because the world is so puppeted. Oh man, any state can win. Wow, complete chaos. I'm dying. Oh my god, why? Holy crap. It's just everyone revolting. That is so funny. Oh, okay. Oh, wait, no, some people are seizing land. I'm sorry. Some people are being released. They've released their puppet. They're seizing their revolt. Okay, this is too much. I don't really want to take these notifications off though because I am curious to see what happens. Okay, there are places being conquered though. We're actually starting to run this a little bit more smoothly. I have allowed city raising. That way we can start to raise some of this stuff. Hopefully that makes it a little bit easier to run. I mean, because that's a historical thing anyways. I mean, people would burn down cities all the time. Again, this is at the point we're at the end of the Spanish Empire. They obviously lost all their New World colonies, so I don't expect Spain to be doing too much here. I don't even think we can have like historical conversations because like, well, everyone's just gonna die. The main players are gonna die. A nation that's gonna win, or likely to win, is gonna be like the Chukotaka. That's what they're called, something Chukotaka. I'm still butchering that, but whatever. So did the Qing have not lost all their puppets just yet. Some states are choosing to go their own route. Oh, we got some chaos in Afghanistan. Oh, are these a bunch of places leaving the British Empire? There's a lot of puppets that are leaving now. Okay, yeah, we're gonna need to revolt against their master, revolt against their master. Seized. Some puppets are just obviously being eaten up. See, that's the thing about the people that have, you have a limited time to start to eat away at your puppets. The U.S. is clearly doing, I think, a good job. Let's see if any of they lose any of these states. They've obviously got Oklahoma here, the Pawnee, the Oregon Territory. Will they begin to fight California? Oh, California's probably gonna go out on their own. I'm not sure if I can really. Oh, look at the Caribbean. Look at how detailed we got every single island out here. Oh, this is so many nations that are gonna have to die. Well, we've already gotten through 100. There's only 1387 left. This is the culture map mode. I think I'm following along for the most part, like U.S. culture. Wait, what is this? Look at the profiles up here. Can you actually see what the flags they have? We've got accurate leaders here. Afro-Brazilian, the French people. Look at this dude with the croissant. North German. They've replaced the flag mechanic, and now you can draw pixelated leaders, I guess, in the corner. That is absolutely insane. And then of course the religion map mode will, instead of using the flags to normally, this is like religious symbols. We've got like Catholic. Not all the religions have a symbol though, of course. I don't understand how this is how is this actually working? We do have an accurate population count, obviously with Asia, with a bunch of different how is this? My mind is blown. Oh, is it just like a separate war that's taking place right here? Is that how this is happening? We like the resource of Nicaragua, Quebec and the US are fighting. They're fighting for like silver, I guess. Is this the same USA or is this like a separate USA thing? Yeah, no, Quebec is here. That is a part of their territory. So I guess that's just like wars, separate wars that are fighting. You can fight wars on the bottom part of the screen. Okay, I get you. So nations do have access to fight down here. That's a really creative way to do this. Now, Sunni's not on the map. The religion war and the culture war, not everyone has stuff down here. This is just like a mini AI only battle that's going to take place. That's so fascinating. That's so interesting. Oh, we got Judaism, Catholics. So these guys can all fight completely separate to what's going on with the rest of the world. So it's totally possible that we have like Jewish Koreans that end up winning the game. That would be something, wouldn't it? There already are cultures fighting over this way. Only the charts and the resources are, I think, attached to the nations in the greater part of the map. Yeah, that seems to be the case. That puppet map mode looking awfully different than from where we started. First of all, the British looks like they lost everything in South Asia. No, they actually didn't lose everything, but because they still have alliances over here. But these are all independent places. Oh, that's interesting. So the Empire, the British Empire is forced to let some people leave. Yeah, because this area is no longer their puppet. The British Empire looks pretty bad. They lost South Africa too. They're losing parts of Australia, I believe, but they just have alliances. It's hard to tell what's going on. They're allied to certain parts of Canada. Canada's actually kept themselves together. They did lose one territory. One territory did get their independence. The Alberta Unorganized Territory, of course. Not surprised to see that. I really wish I knew who was winning some of these sea lane battles. Spain, it's like a kind of a little maze down here. Spain, Italy, France connected. Here's Sicily. Here's some African powers stretching into the Mediterranean. Because the sea battles are very interesting. That's actually how the European AI, or I guess any AI in general, is going to get to other continents. That's not going to be easy battles to take place. There's fighting happening in Hispaniola. Colombia is over here. Okay, how did Colombia get there? That's a really cool pix. I love like I said, I love the flags. Oh, I didn't know I could make it big. Wait, man, I should have known that. The flag pack really changed everything in this game. That means that I can go check out some of these more like creative like leaders down here. I can click on their face. Man, this guy looks, or this person, I don't even know. You know, I'm not even gonna finish that statement. I don't want to get in trouble. Oh, that's right. Russia still has Alaska. Denmark still has, well, Iceland and Greenland, and they are stretching into so this gets given to Germany after World War I. We'll see if the Germans can make that back. Well, first of all, Germany's not even here. It's Prussia. We'll more than likely see unifications of all the continents if we go for long enough, just because, you know, this game works where everyone takes over. One person takes over everything. These are so many cities. We need someone to burn all this stuff down. I need the Mongol Empire to pop up just for my PC to survive this. Uh-oh, Texas has gained their independence and they're fighting Mexico. Texas is currently free. They're out of the Mexican Empire. We'll see who else leaves. Oh, I guess New Zealand New Mexico. I don't know if New Zealand is over here. No, New Mexico is freed as well. Yeah, certain states are fighting for their freedom. I believe we have a very giant, is there another? There's an early civil war. Dixieland Platocracy. So they broke away from the states. We'll see if they get crushed eventually. Mexico still has a piece up here just north of Texas. I think this is part of the Oklahoma Panhandle. Corsica was conquered by France, so France is still doing their thing. Did France lose territory? When did Savoy get this big? Yeah, the Italian states might be doing a little bit. They might be doing all right against the French. French are currently trying to integrate something. Maybe the great powers will be doing okay. Every time I look at the notifications, it seems like it's like a larger power that's like annexing one of their states. Interesting combination here that Persia Persia's got. Persia did lose a chunk of land though. Broadly Australia was conquered. What kind of name is that? Broadly Australia. What does that mean? Oh, that's down here in the culture map. That's right. Yeah, again, so this is what the cultural world war is happening. Again, it's kind of funny because I'm not going to complain. This is such an awesome map, but it is funny that like we can have an African culture take over everything, but yet Germany take over the political part of the world. I mean, I guess that's possible. Religion is seeming still like Catholicism is maybe dominating more and more. Catholicism is allied to Protestantism in this map, of course. What is all this? Wow, these islands are very intricately detailed, a part of the Portuguese Empire. Well, the U.S. is looking massive. I think they annexed a lot of their puppets. They managed to annex all their puppets and only lose the South, which is not super surprising, and Canada is attempting to get back Alberta. Oh, they were forced to peace out in the war though. So Canada is getting larger and larger. So are the English. Of course, they're annexing Ireland first. Not surprised at that. They still have these puppets. Did they always have this puppet in the Arabian Peninsula? Oh, New Zealand is kind of broken apart. That's right. I meant to check on New Zealand. So this is like the UK kind of just here. Oh, they're fighting some of the Maori people. Oh yeah, they're still trying to fight these Maori people. So there's actually not that many nations left on this map, but because we've got like 1,000 other countries down here fighting their own thing, that's the thing. That's what's going on. Wait, who is this? Bengal. Bengal's doing really good in these resources, even though they don't actually have that I mean, maybe they do. They don't have that much territory in the world map. Yeah, they're kind of small, but this is a nice area of the world. I mean, they probably have a lot of resources. Love that we also have rivers here. Look at that Nile River. Oh, Canada's getting big. I wonder if Canada's going to take out the U.S. The U.S. actually doesn't look that good. The U.S. is stretching closer and closer to Alaska, and they're getting to Hawaii. They're currently allied to Hawaii. Hawaii is a different nation. Yeah, Hawaii is currently independent right now, but a part of the American Sphere Alliance. Hungarian was just captured, so there goes that culture. Ooh, Qing Dynasty just lost a pretty big puppet somewhere like deep in their heartland. And there goes the United Kingdom trying to fight. Is this Scotland trying to get their independence? Yeah, Scotland is puppeted. They're definitely going down though. Then we have Belgium fighting. I believe this is the Netherlands. So the Netherlands probably had Belgium puppeted, and now they're trying to fight for their freedom. Oh, I think they got it too. Oh, the Netherlands stretched down. Oh, they got Luxembourg. Spain has united their territory by taking out the Basque country. They took out all their puppets now. Okay, so that's most of the changes to the map is just everyone annexing their puppet or losing their puppets. Some of them lost their puppets. Russia is giant, but man, they still have so much. Okay, so they're luckily not losing. Well, for their sake, they haven't lost any puppets up here, but man, they've got so much land to annex. And a lot of these places are trying to fight for their freedom. This is really interesting. These are like little mini revolts that are happening when states fight against their overlords. Obviously, the Russian AI are slowly picking up pockets deeper and deeper into Russia, like that right there. Boom, that's them integrating territory. How's Prussia been doing? Prussia's still doing okay. They don't look like they've changed much at all. Hungary's looking big. Look at how blobby Hungary's getting. There's so much going on in the Arabian Peninsula. That's way more than I expected. But I guess there is also in South Asia. Oh, Taipei. Is this a Taipei rebellion? Oh no, Qing is gonna have to fight the Taipei rebellion. Some random Chinese dude just claimed he's the brother of Jesus Christ, and now millions must die. Mexico has puppeted the rest of the puppets that they can. They lost Texas and New Mexico, like I mentioned. Statistically speaking, the Russian sphere is still the largest. Then it's the British Commonwealth. So these haven't. Oh, you know what? Actually, the American sphere really dropped down. Canada's the biggest country. Yeah, so they actually annexed all their puppets right now. They have nothing else left. That's crazy. So Canada's a very big threat. Meanwhile, Russia still has a long way to go, but they'll get there. U.S. is still in 4th place. Just the state of Alaska. Wait, is Alaska independent? No, Alaska is still part of Russia. Wait, I think they are not a puppet though. Yeah, they're just an ally. So Alaska is a very big threat. Brazil's doing okay, just allied to Uruguay. Argentina looking pretty big. They're allied to Chile, and they're moving up north, and they were fighting just against Bolivia. When you check out that war map mode, these are all the conflicts that are happening around the world. So the British are involved in a couple conflicts. Obviously, South Asia. We got Sweden, I think. Is Sweden fighting? Wait, did somebody? Oh my gosh, yeah, these wars are happening. Denmark and Sweden are fighting, of course. Russia's probably trying to put down some rebellions, so they're frequently fighting wars. Really love this war map. Oh boy, something weird's happening. I don't see one specific culture beginning to dominate just yet. And religiously, look at the Sunnis are really, they're stretching down the east coast of Africa. Besides that, not a whole lot of other changes. Something to keep in mind is that Victoria 3 is definitely not a game where like the borders are supposed to change a whole lot. Like getting land is a pretty big, just getting like a state or two is a pretty nice thing in one war. Oh boy, Spain and Portugal are fighting. Almost made the cardinal sin calling Spain Mexico or vice versa. Bam. Yeah, see, wars like that, this is Victoria right there. Like a fight happens and nothing comes from the result of it. That's how this game is supposed to be played in the Victorian era. Switzerland is now fighting Spain because Spain is fighting Piedmont. How did Spain get down here in the south of France? Canada's currently helping out their ally, the British, against France. Oh, now Mexico has regained, they've allied to Texas and California, but they're not puppets anymore? Or do they regain puppethood? There's a war between the U.S. and Mexico finally, but not much of any results. Also, who is this down here in Cuba? We have Texas down. They've actually made it to the Cuban islands. That's crazy. Russia's still got a long way to go, but they are allied to Finland. We do in fact have a Poland here. They're an independent Poland and they're allied to Russia. That's strange. Lots of mini wars happening in Europe against the blobby Hungary. That's interesting because Hungarian culture was destroyed, but Hungary is still very much here. And Canada still has their very own Texas, but they have remained independent. Alberta, but Texas has decided to just side with Mexico apparently. Brazilian culture getting pretty big. Man, look at that very Brazilian dude there. NA was captured by NA. Looks like the French have actually stretched kind of far into Prussian territory, or they were killing somebody. Oh, they're allied to Belgium. They were actually wiping out small lands from the Netherlands. Luxembourg, yeah, you can see this is the core that they lost. There's actually less than 800 nations now. The Philippines, a part of the Spanish sphere. They are not a puppet though. They're not choosing to leave. I like how, for the most part, this world is staying together. Usually, the game just ends in complete chaos, like probably in the first like 3 seconds. Somehow this mod has managed to do a very good job of keeping the world still looking like the world. Here's the alliance map mode, which is the de facto, like, again, spheres of influence is how they're calling it. The Ottomans do not look very strong. They look pretty weak, actually. I think some of these AI, I mean, the world is so big, I think some of the AI is having problems just taking more land. Oh, Ireland's finally doing their own thing. Did they just ally to Prussia? They are part of the Prussian sphere of influence, Ireland. That's crazy. Okay, yeah, there's actually a lot more alliances in the world, especially in Africa. Meanwhile, in the culture map mode, we have Southern German doing pretty good. The French culture has actually landed in the British Isles. Oh, I didn't even check that. That's pretty funny. The Lithuanian culture is still going strong. Looks like the US is really struggling against the Mexican Empire. They've been losing small amounts of land. Russians still have so long to go into like being able to get all their puppets. They have made territorial gains in modern day Norway, so they're clearly bullying around. Oh yeah, they've puppeted Sweden too. Russia still has a while to catch up to Canada, who's the #1. I mean, all they have to do is integrate this massive Russian state, and I think they will definitely. Oh, the US has, where is the US getting all this land? Did the US not actually move that far down? Maybe I'm getting confused by their sphere. Yeah, these are the spheres. Also, the NA is actually down here. It's this white bar here. So this is how things are beginning to happen in terms of population. Technically, because it's just like separate wars that are taking place down this, Europe is exploding in population. I'm not exactly sure how that's happening. According to this, has passed up Asia in terms of population. I don't know where they're putting all those people because Europe is not a very big continent. And then again, Bengal in India is doing really well. They're continuing to have little mini fights over this way. Industrialization, we got the United Kingdom, France, Spain. Everyone's like equally kind of, I don't see like a really big, oh, Prussia's not doing very well in terms of industrialization just yet. Is it possible to just get eaten? Oh, you just got puppeted. How do you get puppeted in the industrialization meter? Brazilian culture is really expanding a lot in South America. Oh man, maybe the Ottomans are not kicked out yet. Look at them move into the Balkans, just like they did historically. It looks like they did get kicked out of Africa though. And the Russians just puppeted Prussia. Prussia. Maybe that's perfect. They were always meant to do that. Yeah, Russia's getting absolutely mad. Russia just puppeted Ireland too. This game is pretty much over. Russia is definitely going to steamroll everybody, especially because Canada's not doing anything. They are part of the British Empire though. Easily the best mod I've ever seen in this game. And big thanks to the people who donate to me on Patreon. I'm Drew and I identify as an Alabamian supremacist. We're coming for you, Mississippi. Drew's Argentinian Trust Fund. Rip Grandpa. Alexander the Terrible. A Fat Norwal. Carmel S. Connor Pavlik. Frederick Tiblin. King Bear. Carino is best girl. Luxembourg Lover. The Goat. If you'd like your name here, go check out that link to Patreon down below.